Someone make it make sense.
Probably a couple.
All right, we are just in the nick of time. Holy shit. They are early. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Let me share this a different way. Hold on. They're early. I can hear them. Hold on. Let me do it this way. All right. Wow. There we go. Here we go, guys. So my plan was, if they were delayed, was to go ahead and finish reading that memorandum. Let me turn off the subtitles from from Judge Bev, because we didn't get to finish that last night. It's all good. We'll do that on the next one. That was just going to be sort of my plan for if we had extra downtime, but here they are. So I think we'll go ahead and leave this up so that we don't miss anything.
Just the DA's office at this point.
Is that a sparkle water? I think it's a sparkle water. Thank you, Dr. Bob, for that inside deets. Shout out to Dr. Bob. Shout out to Super Planner Girl. Happy to see you guys. By the way, I've already got my thumbnail almost done for the new mystery trial that we're going to be covering gavel to gavel. Some of you guys may have heard me mention that. Super excited. I think what we'll do, I know we still have to finish the Karen Read recaps, but everybody is so sick of it. I think that what we'll do is we will, oh, what are you doing? I think we will just sort of hold off on that. You know, people feel like they're ready to go back. Go back and finish. I mean, it's not that many days, but it's like the defense is week. So if you guys want to still finish that first, we can, but otherwise we might go ahead and just start our new free trial. I think she does look thinner. Yeah. That's the consensus that I've been hearing. And we will finish the recaps because we can't not finish them, but we will wait. We'll wait. We'll come back. We'll come back and then it'll feel fresh. We'll get to examine it all. All right, guys. Here we go.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
DSN. Hey, DSN, where are you at in the Depp Bird trial? Wait, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be Beth. Oh.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Oh, there's Mr. Weinberg. So you guys, I wonder if we are going to be hearing them argue their motions after all.
All right, so the
Holy
case is
shit.
scheduled today for trial assignment, and what I'd like to do is to get 3 dates. I'm aware that a motion to dismiss has been filed. I'd like to get a quick date on that, and I'm glad you're here, Mr. Weinberg, because I'd like it to be with your schedule. Then we need a trial date, and we need a final trial conference. So I was thinking on the motion to dismiss, can we do it a week from Friday?
There we go. So not
It would
today.
be for oral argument.
Not today.
All right, I think that's August 2nd. Mr. Clerk.
I'm going to be out of state.
I wish the flags worked on here.
Okay. August 9th? Are you available? 2 o'clock. Are you available, Mr. Weinberg, on August 9th? Mr. Lally, is the Commonwealth available on August 9th?
Yes, Sean.
All right, so that's for oral argument only, okay?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right, so given the schedule, and I assume whatever I end up doing on the motion to dismiss will be appealed. In an effort to make sure we have plenty of time. I would like to schedule the jury trial on January 27th.
Ugh. All they're doing today is scheduling.
That's fine, Your Honor.
That's what I think she said.
Eddie?
That should be fine.
Okay, so
Thank you, Supervisor.
January 27th for trial. And let's do the final trial conference the week of the 13th.
Well, they can still decide to drop those charges at any time, guys, okay? That doesn't mean it's going forward on all three or on just count two or whatever. They can still drop the charges, guys.
Yeah, there's nothing, just not the 9th or the 16th, but all the days are open.
Your Honor, the only caveat, I don't have anything on the 27th. I'm clear for that day, but for the fact that I have a Superior Court trial scheduled to begin in Essex County on January 13th. There are multiple.
How long do you expect it to take?
That's what I was getting to. That could take longer than 2 weeks. I'm happy to.
He looks
have
nice
this
today.
case take priority over that, but that's.
No, we'll hold it for you day to day if need be, and I can contact the Essex Superior Court judge once you know who he or she is.
Yeah, that's not ideal. In terms of preparing for trial, I can't do 2 or 3 week Superior Court trial and then jump into this case. I can't do that.
Okay? So what are you telling me? You just said you're willing to make this a priority, so we'll stick with the 27th?
Well, okay. Well, why don't we do this? Let's put it on for the 27th. Let me see if I can make peace in Essex.
Vendor, I'll get to
And
that after
on
they
the next
get there.
date,
They're probably gonna be done soon.
If I can readdress the court on that issue.
Okay, I'm happy to talk to Judge McCarthy, who's the garage up there about this.
It's yeah, okay, that's great.
All right, so let's set it for the 27th. And why don't we do the 14th?
Wally's not
for
wearing his lucky tie.
Final trial conference.
Different tie, actually. I don't think he ever wore that. He just got a new one.
Two.
New lucky tie.
If it turns out that we have, in excess of 35 or whatever motions eliminate still at that point, let us know and we'll try and get the whole day.
Is it done?
All right, thank you very much.
That's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
All eyes report, please.
I believe the 14th is January 14th for a final final status hearing. You guys, let's do this. I know. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to put the subtitles back on. We're going to watch it again. Hopefully the subtitles can catch what the dates are so we can make sure we have them because this was so fucking short. But what I want to do real quick is just to say to Frender's question, that's not the case. Remember, they had already, this is protocol, right? When she declared the mistrial, the first thing they did is they said, okay, we're going to have a status conference to set a new trial date, right? And that was already scheduled before those other motions. So they can drop those charges. The state, okay, I don't disagree that she's probably planning to rule with the Commonwealth because it's Judge Bev. However, it's not up to her for the Commonwealth to drop charges. The Commonwealth could still decide to drop any or all charges. And then that's that, right? So does that make sense? Oh, is it late there? Okay, let's go back and listen real quick again so we can hear the dates. I have the subtitles on. And the spinny wheel. Yeah, she could have, but they already had it on the books. So, I mean, that would have made more sense to me, but that's not the most odd thing to me. I think any likelihood of her ruling in the Commonwealth's favor is just because that's how she typically rules versus the order of these hearings. Shout out to Black Widow. Let's see if your command works today. I mean, I'm with you, Fender. I'm with you, Fender. She doesn't give a shit. She's like, nah, I don't. Oh, good, it worked. Excellent. Also, you guys, I have the Squirrels of the World thread open on Discord. I figured out how to do it. So for anyone who wants to participate, feel free to share, your general location, or you can be more specific, but just, you don't need to give your address or anything. Well, if you remember them working on their calendar, that was really tough because she wasn't even supposed to be here. When they were looking at dates, because they've got Miss Little and Jackson are in California. Anyway, it seemed like they picked this date and it wasn't even good for everybody. It's funny. It's like they'd have to get everybody together just to move the date. Like they do that in Coburger, right? They schedule a thing and where everyone's available just so that they can reschedule a thing when everyone's available. The other thing too is that they would have to have a lot more time allotted for the motions hearing versus the status hearing, right? In terms of how they book the courtroom or whatever. Okay, let's go forward a little bit. All right, here we go. Well, I'll go forward a little bit more while they announce the attorney. Right.
I'm for the Commonwealth. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good
Good
afternoon, Mr. Lally.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Laura McLaughlin for the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Mr. McLaughlin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Martin Weinberg, appearing on behalf of Canton.
Good afternoon, Mr. Weinberg. It's nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Dina Benetti for Karen Reed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Giannetti. Good afternoon, Ms. Reed. All right, so the case is scheduled today for trial assignment, and what I'd like to do is to get 3 dates. I'm aware that a motion to dismiss has been filed. I'd like to get a quick date on that, and I'm glad you're here, Mr. Weinberg, because I'd like it to be with your schedule. Then we need a trial date, and we need a final trial conference. So I was thinking on the motion to dismiss, can we do it a week from Friday? It would be for oral argument only.
From the defendant's perspective, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I think that's August 2nd, Mr. Clerk.
I'm going to be out of state. I return on August 3rd.
Okay. August 9th? Are you available? 2 o'clock. Are you available, Mr. Weinberg, on August 9th? Mr. Lally, is the Commonwealth available on August
Okay.
9th?
I'm putting a banner, you guys, for this.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so that's for oral argument only. Okay,
2 p.m.
2 p.m. All right, so given the schedule, and I assume whatever I end up doing on the motion to dismiss will be appealed.
Okay.
In an effort to
Here you go, banner.
make sure we have plenty of time, I would like to schedule the jury trial on January 27th. Is the Commonwealth available?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Eddie?
That should be fine.
Okay, so January 27th for trial. And let's do the final trial conference the week of the 13th or even the week of the 6th.
Okay. Final trial conference.
Do you have the calendar, Mr. Clerk, or any of those days?
Yeah, there's nothing, just not the 9th or the 16th, but all the days are open.
Your Honor, the only caveat, I don't have anything on the 27th. I'm clear for that day, but for the fact that I have a Superior Court trial scheduled to begin in Essex County on January 13th. There are multiple.
How long do you expect it to
That's what I was getting to. That could take longer than 2 weeks. I'm happy to have this case take priority over that, but that's.
No, we'll hold it for you day to day if need be, and I can contact the Essex Superior Court judge once you know who he or she is.
Yeah, that's not ideal. In terms of preparing for trial, I can't do 2 or 3 week Superior Court trial and then jump into this case. I can't do that.
Okay, So what are you telling me? You just said you're willing to make this a priority, so we'll stick with the 27th?
Well, okay, well, why don't we do this?
What?
Let's put it on for the 27th. Let me see if I can make peace in Essex County. And then on the next date, when we come back to oral argument, I can readdress the court on that issue.
Okay, I'm happy to talk to Judge McCarthy, who's the garage up there, about this.
It's yeah, okay, that's great.
All right, so let's set it for the 27th. And why don't we do the 14th for
14th.
final trial conference?
The 14th at 9 or 2?
2. If it turns out that we have, in excess of 35,
Okay.
or whatever motions eliminate still at that point, let us know. And
Here we go.
Try and get the whole day. Okay.
Here we go, guys. There it is. There it is.
Much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All eyes to the board, please.
Okay, I'll see if anything else happens, but I doubt it. There it is, guys. All right. Wow, I missed a lot of comments. So I was trying to update that ticker. Okay. Okay. So that's probably it there. So, all right, guys, there you have it. Well, Fender, go to bed. Oh, you guys are talking about the dates. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So we've got, what's about to scroll by here again. So Weinberg, dude, Super Planner Girl. Yeah, I know, right? I know. He finished his Jello. Don't worry. So the motion's hearing August 9th at 2 p.m. Final trial conference January 14th at 2 p.m. And then the trial would start January 27th. Basically, yeah. I mean, we have dates. For me, the biggest thing is knowing when we're going to hear those motions. That's what I want to hear. Because there's probably going to be more shit coming out. I'm sure there will be, right, between now and then. So that's the main thing for me, is that, now did DSN respond as to if he saw the Morgans or not? That's what really matters. Let me scroll. I don't think he did. DSN, have you already passed the Morgans? Or are you not to the Morgans yet? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like in a lot of trials, they tend to do these things in person. So who knows? So yeah, while we're waiting here from DSN, a couple quick things. So I've got the Squirrels of the World tab open in Discord for anyone that wants to participate. If you want to share, just even if you're in the US, share your state, or if you want to do city and state, or if you're in a country that has locations are different. However you guys want to do it, you can be as specific as you feel comfortable. If you want to participate, we don't need an exact address, but I finally figured out how to get it to where instead of doing pins on the map, it's going to do the squanguen, and that was not easy, y'all. Don't even want to know how much time it was very worth it, but it was not as easy as it would seem. I'm feeling you, Fender. Okay, so you think he'll get to the Morgans by tomorrow? Yeah, I can't remember where he said he was at, and I don't remember where the Morgans were at in reference to wherever that was, which I don't remember anyway. So, exactly, don't dox yourself accidentally. Yeah, and then of course when it's on the map, it's just going to be the little icons, right? On the map. So, and then I already have the thumbnail almost finished for the mystery trial. So I'm thinking we'll be able to start that soon, since we're going to kind of take a break from the Karen Reed recaps. I mean, obviously I want to keep following whatever else happens here. I guess I can go ahead. Hold on. Let me share my document again, since this is done. If there's anything else, just because we've been following it, but in terms of the recaps and shit, we can revisit that later. So let me do this. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. I may have already answered you, Fender. I know if it was the one about your new place or your old place, I think I said do your new place. But okay, so there we go, guys. There we have it. So Let me pull this down. So I'm going to do a quick swoop, and then we're going to finish just reading through this document that we didn't get to finish last night. So here's our swoop.
It's a house.
It certainly is. Okay, so here's where we had left off. Hold on, why is my mouse not cooperating? This is where we had left off. Okay, so because this is where we were here, and then I got all mad because of this part, right? About the tailoring the verdicts, right? Okay, so this is where we left off in the this is from Judge Bev. This is her memorandum, right, for the jury impoundment. So the First Circuit stated that it will defer to a trial court's factual findings on the issue, and that it would not lightly second guess the district judge's essential role as trial administrator when he or she makes reasonable practical decisions, blah, blah. Okay. All right, so here we go. Good cause exists to impound the jury list. Now, this is, again, remember like what we were talking about last night, guys, that the jurors are likely reading this, right? And that this is actually, it's like what do you call it? Like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, it's like when the idea is planted in your head and then the thing happens. Oh my God, what is it called? Like, not foreshadowing. What is the word, guys? Oh, fuck. Fender, do you know what I mean? Because you're a psychologist. Like the word for when the idea is there and then it becomes reality. Oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Manifest destiny? No. Okay, well, maybe I'll think of it. Yeah, subliminal message. Yeah, that's in the same line of what I'm thinking of, but not the exact word. There's another word I'm looking for. But that's close. That's close. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, kind of like Inception. Oh man, what is it though? Oh my God, there's another fucking jamais vu. What does that mean? Idea becomes reality. Oh my God, what is the term for this? This is driving crazy. You know, it's like when you put the idea out there and then it happens. Oh my God. Yeah, power. All of these things are correct. It's just, it's not the word that I was looking for. So it's just my brain's just gonna drive myself crazy until I think of it. Oh my God. Reverse psychology, kind of, maybe, not exactly, but deja vu. I think what the distinction is that it's been suggested by somebody else and then it happens, if that makes sense. Je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. There you go. That's it. That's it. There you go. Yay. Yeah, these are all, you guys are doing great coming up with these, but this is not, it's like along the lines of the power of suggestion, right? It's like manifest destiny. Is that the word I'm looking for? No. Reverse psychology. Je ne sais quoi. That's the French term for like a certain something, something. Like a sexy person might have a certain je ne sais quoi. If anyone knows French and can translate that, I don't know any French. That's it. Fender, 1 billion squirrel points for you. That's it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. There you go. Thank you, Fender. My brain can relax. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Fender. A self-fulfilling prophecy. Yes, that's it. That's what I was looking for. You know what? Kitsmits, your spelling guess was as good as mine there. Candace, what has happened is this. We have date set. It was a short hearing. Let me put up my banner. Here it is. The motions hearing is going to be August 9th at 2 p.m. The final trial conference, January 14th at 2 p.m., 2025. And the trial will be January 27th, 2025. And just for anyone who missed it, the Commonwealth can still decide to drop any or all charges. They just have to set a date to get it on the books and all that. Yeah, Blackwater, you said you're sewing. Is that what you said you're doing? But yes, happy to see all you guys here. So we're just also, now that was so short and sweet, we're just going to go ahead and finish up this document from last night that we didn't have time to finish. Right, I know. That's why, as I said it, I'm like, nah, I know that's not it. But like, I always think that manifest destiny means something other than what it means. So yeah. I know, it sucks. I'm still trying to be optimistic. Okay, so yeah, but again, the whole idea of the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So again, the idea that the jurors could be reading these, right? Because we saw the juror Doe use the same languaging that Judge Bev used in her initial impoundment, right? We went over that last night and I got really pissed off. I mean, I don't know if really pissed off. I guess it's all relative. For me, it's pissed off because I never get pissed off. Really, it's only these certain things with justice that get me mad. Okay, so upon entering the sua sponte impoundment order, the court determined that there is a real and present risk of personal harm to the jurors and to the integrity of their service. This determination was correct. What do you mean? What do you mean? None of the jurors have been threatened. I don't know how you're validating that statement. And the impeachment order must be extended because these risks are continue to exist and are likely to intensify. Again, if you really believe that, you did not need anything. I still believe she was going to do this anyway. She did not need the thing from Juror Doe. Again, look at all this fear mongering. That's the other term, the fear mongering, right, guys? Really, it's like she really wants the jurors to be fucking afraid. There's a substantial risk to personal harm to the jurors, right? Again, I will repeat this from last night. Then maybe supply them with security, but that's not happening. So I don't know, man. The public interest associated with this case is again, how is just keeping the list away from the public, list of names we can vote? That's not going to help them if someone shows up with a gun, right? The public interest associated with this case is unique, and not just for its intensity, but for the extent to which segments of the public have become involved in the outcome and taken sides for and against persons affiliated with the case. Indeed, both this court. So again, it's like if the jurors had no idea what was going on and they read this shit from the judge, well, now they're afraid, and now they know that it's highly contentious and that people are going to hate them. Indeed, both this court and the single justice of the Supreme Judicial Court recognize that in imposing a buffer zone around Norfolk Superior Court during the trial, the circumstances of this case continue to pose a unique risk of personal harm to the jurors. How many times has she fucking said personal harm? Like it's more than necessary, I would say, in my opinion. Juror Doe notes in their affidavit that the jury recognized the intensity of the public interest during the trial. They heard protesters outside the courthouse. That's one of the only things that they mentioned that came from their own experience, not honestly from court. Okay, being followed. Right. Juror Doe says that they were so much in fear on their way home from jury service that they pulled over to the side of the road, shout out to the side of the road, Cousin Eddie, to make sure that they were not being followed. Each side of the issue appears to include persons willing to inflict. And again, what's the significance of this? Well, it means that every juror is at risk, right? Not just some jurors, but all jurors are at risk. Again, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I just don't like it. I don't like that it's the case. I don't like that it's really being emphasized, but yet there's not really being any steps taken to actually protect their safety, right? Each side of the issue appears to include persons willing to inflict or to encourage others to inflict harm on persons associated with the case. As the court is aware, there have been many accusations and at least one arrest and charge for witness intimidation. The blogger who has been charged with witness intimidation has characterized any jurors. Why are they repeating this? This is, again, just, it's redundant, man. Has characterized any jurors who did not vote to acquit the defendant as idiots who helped cover up a murder. Citing Juror Doe's affidavit, because Juror Doe got that from social media. Right, like if I'm thinking in my mind, if this were a trial, objection cumulative, right? Like times a million. This accusation is of course absurd, but it is noteworthy because the blogger has demonstrated how he treats those who he believes, quote, cover up murder, end quote. Again, note that the only physical threats that have been made or physical altercations have happened to him, not from him, that we know of. He's been accused of and essentially admits to, dude, if I was his attorney, I'd be having a fucking field day with this. Essentially admits to, what does that fucking mean, Judge Bev? Harassing witnesses and it verbally, right? And has made statements to the effect of murderers and those who cover for them do not deserve to live a comfortable life. Again, statements, but he's not acting on it that we know of. The blogger has gleefully, dude, I'm sorry. It's not like I particularly like Turtle Boy or care, but I care about this mischaracterization, right? Gleefully? I would. Are you inside his head, Judge Bev? Are you inside his brain? No, you're not. Excuse you, ma'am. Pardon you. I swear to fucking God, man. Adding that, dude. if Judge Bev was thrown off of the bench, I would gleefully do a happy dance. I'm putting that on the record. The blogger has gleefully admitted to obtaining a public jury list in a different criminal case and shaming, quote, shaming, right? Again, like shaming. Okay. Yes, I'm not saying it's not harmful, but they're really trying to make this seem a lot worse than it is in terms of the physical threat, right? The juror who did not deliberate in the manner he preferred. I know, right? Objection, speculation. Yep. Fender says, you join in the glee dance. Awesome. Gleefully shows her bias. There you go. There you go, Fender. Yeah. Right? I know. Exactly. Great point, Fender. Oh my God. Are we learning your real name? Oh my God. I love that. I don't know how to pronounce that, but feel free to put that in the Discord. I'd love to hear how that's actually pronounced. If I hear it, then I can probably say it correctly. One of the perks of having a musical ear, it does help with languages. At least, copying the sound anyway. And shaming the juror who did not deliberate in the manner he preferred. I mean, this is like pearl clutching if ever there was. Some among the defendant's detractors pose risks of harassment and violence. How? As well. Are you going to back that up with anything? Juror Doe is aware of dueling requests for harassment orders. Yeah, see, she's using the word dueling, but let's just be clear. There's no swordplay actually happening here, okay? It's like trying to stoke frenzy and fear, right? It's like fear-mongering, man. And the physical altercations between the two sides. Again, the only physical altercation that has been made known is the one to Turtle Boy. As recently described in the Boston Globe, the people who were on the fringe of being interested are now engulfed. Again, they got that from a social media. So again, all this is from social media. The jurors, if identified, are likely to become targets of harassment, abuse, doxing, and potentially violence. At least she said potentially here. The nearly unprecedented and vitriolic public interest associated with this case is likely to put it squarely within the few instances in this Commonwealth where jurors have been threatened or harassed. Noting fajita, I know it's not fajita, but I want to say fajita. The court would be well within its discretion to find a continuing risk of personal harm to the jurors. And again, she did not need that affidavit. I would bet anything that she was going to extend this anyway. That's why this just makes it even more annoying. Oh, and y'all, didn't we just have this section? Why is there another section that says, oh, sorry, judicial system? Okay, then that's fine. I thought it was going to say to the jurors again, to the judicial system. Okay, that's fine. There also exists an ongoing risk of harm to the integrity of the judicial system. Again, as cautioned by Justice Gantz, the creation of a juror list to be included in the case file may over time diminish the fairness and impartiality of jurors. Oh boy, now this is going to the fucking verdicts. If jurors fear reprisal in the form of shaming, abuse, or harassment, it will make it more difficult both to impanel a jury and individual jurors to remain fair and impartial. The risk is not abstract, particularly because the case is not over. In the event of a new trial, the parties will need to impanel a new jury. I don't know how this impoundment has anything to do with that, but whatever. No doubt that will be difficult task in any event, but if jurors from the first trial are identified and harassed, it'll be even more difficult to find jurors. Again, they already know who they are locally, so I don't see how this actually helps. There's a real risk to the administration of justice and to the party's right to a fair trial. I would push back here. Only the defendant has rights in terms of a fair trial. Only the defendant has constitutional rights. The government does not. The court should minimize this risk by extending the order of impoundment. Proceed under pseudonym. Finally, juror Doe requests they be permitted to proceed under a pseudonym for the purposes of this motion. Yeah, why did you not go with juror F though? The same reasoning for the motion to extend the order of impoundment underpins this request. Juror Doe files this motion to protect his, again, they're saying it like it's a dude. This is the second time that they've referred to this juror as a he, which is crazy. His anonymity and that of all members of the jury who wish to remain anonymous, requiring them to proceed under their name, would defeat the purpose of the motion, obviously. No one's put, dude. Conclusion. Like, it's fine if they want to remain anonymous, but the thing is, why didn't you just go with juror F? Anyway, conclusion. For the reasons set forth, the court should allow interested non-party juror Doe's motion and should extend the order of impoundment. Again, I'm sure they're going to do it anyway. So that's basically it. The only other thing left is just this order of impoundment, which, we'll just look over this real quick here. The court makes the following findings in order. 1, this case has garnered significant and divisive attention in Massachusetts and across the nation. 2, individuals associated with this case have been charged with intimidation, which charges remain pending. 3, Juror Doe has submitted a detailed affidavit, which I find to be credible. Shouldn't say the court. Anyway, Juror Doe is in reasonable fear for their safety and the safety of their family if the list of jurors is made available to the public. Through their affidavit, Juror Doe has established that publication of the list identifying the names of impaneled jurors will present a real and present risk of personal harm to the jurors and the integrity of their service. Through their affidavit, Juror Doe has established that there is a continuing risk of immediate and irreparable injury should the jury list be made available to the public at this time. Anyway, I was going to speculate, but I'm not going to. Through their affidavit, Juror Doe has established good cause to extend the impoundment order, blah, blah. This order shall not preclude any juror from identifying himself or herself and speaking to the public about his or her jury service. That's the important thing there. So ordered. And there it is. Now we have finished the documents. Let me see what you guys are saying. Good night, Fender. We love you. I agree. Yup. Oh, awesome. Fender put her pronunciation in the Discord. I know. It's awful. It's really awful. Right. I know. It was. I know. Yeah. Right. I agree with you, Fender. I agree. I think she's using this whole thing as an excuse to just, again, fearmonger, to set it up so that then there's this plausible deniability of like, yeah, well, you know what? They're coming out and saying they were unanimous on counts 1 and 3, but you know what? They could be influenced now because of the blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just, and then she can cite her own fucking rulings, her own order, right? She can reference it back to herself with the circular reasoning, right? It's that same thing. Same. I was referencing this last night. It's just like with the Commonwealth, Miss McLaughlin from the Commonwealth, when they were arguing about the DUI attorney search and the circular reasoning, same thing. Because Judge Bev can then say, well, I'm not going to even do an inquiry because anything that they say is going to be tainted. And then she can cite it back to herself on this order. It's disgusting to me. I wonder also when the next town, select board meeting is. Let's do a little search and see if it has it upcoming. Hold on. Okay. Canton. Okay, let's see if they've got another one scheduled. Fiber that brings Canton together. That's a laugh, isn't it? Don't forget to refresh this website as changes are made almost daily. Don't worry, I do refresh this daily, you guys. All right. July 16th. So again, this is misleading because this is actually the schedule for, like, I guess their local TV channel from what I can tell. So what we need to do is see if there's upcoming. Okay, hold on. It's not a good website. I will just say they could do a lot better on this. Like, why is there not an upcoming schedule? July 17th. See, this is, hello, guys. This was last week. I'll see what happens here. HD channel? Wow. Oh my God, look at the picture, you guys. Are you kidding me? It was a picture. Hold on. Oh, look at that. The Choral Society. Shout out to the Canton Choral Society. I hope you guys all get along. I'm just wondering if it's going to have that same picture. No, it doesn't. That's funny, though, because it had a thumbnail and it was the waterfall. Bah. Oh my God, you guys. Holy shit. Sorry. Y'all. Their concert. Oh my God. You guys. guys. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? This exists. We're going to watch this tonight. That's what we're going to do. Because I don't think DSN's going to have made it through the Morgans. We're going to watch this tonight. We're going to watch the Canton Choral Society Spring Concert. That's what we're going to do tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll probably be able to do the Spiegel and Morgans. And then after that, we might jump into the new mystery Gavel to Gavel trial that I've been talking about. So this is what we'll do tonight. This will be fun. This will be a fun break. I know it's Karen Reed, kind of, but not really. We're going to watch the Canton Choral Society concert. Kit Smiths, I hope you can make it. You guys, amazing. I'm super fucking excited. Y'all, yes, this will be great. This will be so much fun. Okay, nothing legal about it, just singing. So we're going to, it's an hour long. So we're going to watch this tonight. All right. So that's it for this live stream. You guys, y'all are the best. Squirrels of the World. Love you guys. And Squirrels of the World is going to be taking on a, just some of it, please. We'll see how they do. We'll see how they do. Squirrels of the World is taking on a whole new meaning. A whole new meaning. Well, if we're only going to watch some of it, that makes a difference. If we watch the whole thing, and it's only an hour, then probably like 9 p.m. my time would be good. 9 p.m. my time. That would give us actually plenty of time because I have lessons again tonight at 11. So that would give us time to watch the whole concert or less. If it sucks, I don't want to spoil it. We're not going to spoil it. Okay. If it sucks, we don't have to watch it. We can do something else. But yeah, 9 p.m. I'll go ahead and schedule that and make a thumbnail for it. But we'll do that tonight at 9 p.m. my time, Eastern time. And we'll watch this concert as much of it as we can tolerate for fun. And then tomorrow, I think we'll be able to do the That Be Heard funniest parts of the whole trial, basically. So y'all are awesome. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a squirrel. As always, love y'all. And hopefully see all of you guys tonight. And squirrel out.